Qu'à ton bras s'est porté l'éveil, il s'est porté la toi. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land, glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome today's MC for today and the morning man from 105.9, Jim Lang.
Everybody, and welcome to the 2015 version of the Mayor's Annual Board of Trade Luncheon. I'm thrilled to be your MC today. First off, a big hand for May. What a great talent from right here in Markham. May goes to St. Justin Martyr Public School in Markham, and obviously with that kind of voice and that kind of talent, she's going to go far. As the gentleman introduced me, I'm proud to be the morning man at 105.9 The Region. And after 20 years in sports, a year and a half ago, I decided to take the leap to join this radio station based in Markham. And we've grown quite a bit in the last year and a half. Now we reach a potential audience of 2.5 million people every time we turn on the microphones. And even though we reach the GTA, Toronto, and all around the region, Markham is our home, and we're thrilled to be Markham's radio station. Well, what an amazing year it's been in this city of Markham. The last 12 months has seen unprecedented growth and expansion from the business, social, and sports circles. It seems like great announcements are happening every day. Last week, York University with an historic announcement for the city of Markham that's a game changer for students all across the region. This annual Board of Trade Luncheon with Mayor Frank Scarpitti has a festive and exciting mood this year as the city's about to kick into overdrive and the world's going to see what Markham's all about in 44 days for the Pan Am Games. Now, it's not all about festivities and sports. We have many high-profile individuals and events coming to the Pan Am Games as a signal to the quality of the city of Markham. Markham is not just some small town in the region of Toronto anymore. Markham is a city unto itself, very proud of what they're doing. It can stand on its own feet with any city in Canada. Now, these games in Markham, the Pan Am Games, are just a signal to what's about to come, about the investments, the negotiations, the dedication to build the dream that Frank Scarpitti and the city of Markham had to bring an international sporting event to Markham. Well, the city then becomes a great benefactor to the Pan Am Centre and the legacy of the 2015 Pan Am Games. Today, we have over 500 men and women in attendance for this incredible luncheon, and it says a lot about how much Markham has changed and grown over the last decade, even in the last 12 months, and the value of community and the value of business to everybody in the luncheon. You all should give yourselves a big round of applause for stepping up and making a difference. We have a number of special guests here in attendance today, including members of Markham City Council. I know the mayor is very proud of his council team, as well he should be, both past and present. We'd like to take a moment right now to introduce some of our VIPs, and as I do, please by all means acknowledge them as they stand and raise their hand. From the Markham City Council, the Deputy Mayor, Jack Heath. Regional Councillor, Jim Jones. Regional Councillor Joe Lee. Regional Councillor Nirmala Armstrong. Ward 2 Councillor Alan Ho. Ward 3 Councillor Don Hamilton. From Ward 4, Councillor Karen Ray. Ward 5 Councillor Colin Campbell. Ward 6 Councillor Amanda Colucci. My man Logan, Ward 7 Councillor Logan Kanapathy. Also joining us today are members of Markham's executive management team. The Chief Administrative Officer, Andy Taylor's in the house today. The Commissioner of Development Services, Jim Baird. The Commissioner of Community and Fire Services, Brenda Lebrex. And the Commissioner of Corporate Services, Trinella Keane, was not able to attend. Now, there's also some very special guests here in attendance today, not the least of which, the Consul General of Mexico, Ambassador Mauricio Toussaint. The Consul General of Pakistan, Mr. Ashgar Aligolo. The Consul General of the Philippines, Ms. Rosalita Prospero. The Consul General of Israel, Mr. DJ Schneeweiss. The Consul General of beautiful Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Tora Maharaj. The Director General of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office, Mr. Rong Chuan Wu. The Commercial Officer at the U.S. Consulate in Toronto, and a happy belated Memorial Day to you, sir, Mr. Shakir Farsak. The Chancellor of York University coming to Markham, Mr. Greg Sobera. The Principal and Vice Chancellor of York University, Dr. Madhu Shukri. The Principal of Seneca College, Mr. David Agnew. Alan Vanson, the Executive VP of Operations of Sports and Venue Management. Now, it's with great pleasure I introduce this individual. I've known him for almost 20 years. He's one of the best athletes this country's ever produced. We're lucky to have him in attendance. Kurt Harnett, Olympic gold medalist, and the shifting this on for the Pan Am Games. Kurt! And this gentleman has such a good name. I'm actually happy I pay the service charges I do at his bank, and I'd even pay more just to rent him out so I could use his name. The President and CEO of TD Bank Canada Trust, Mr. Tim Hockey. Yes! The Chairman of the Markham Board of Trade, Mr. Joe Salib. I sleep very well at night in York Region with my family and my two daughters, knowing that these two gentlemen go to work 7 days a week, 365 days a year, keeping us safe. From York Regional Police, the Chief, Mr. Eric Jolliffe, and the Deputy Chief, Mr. Thomas Carrick. And I think most of all, all the business leaders in Markham deserve a big round of applause for what they've done the last 12 months. Give yourselves a round of applause for what you've done, for making this one of the most vibrant communities in the country. You want to trust me, this year's mayor's address by Frank Scarpitti will definitely not disappoint. He's really taking his game to another level with the passion of Viva Markham to ignite us in 44 days when the world comes to this city. It promises to hold even more exciting news for the city and for all the business leaders. So the question is, are you ready for the Pan Am Games? Yes, we know the new Pan Am Center is ready because my daughter was part of the Aurora Duck swim team and had a chance to swim there 4 weeks ago. Without a doubt, the finest facility I've ever seen sports-wise, and definitely north of Steeles Avenue. I challenge anyone to find a better facility for sports than the Pan Am Center right here in our own backyard. But it's not just sports. It's there for business, to create a legacy for Markham and York Region for decades and generations to come. Now just imagine, in 44 days in Markham, the largest international multi-sport competition to be hosted in Canada, yes, even bigger than the Olympics in Vancouver in 2010, will be right here. 7,000 athletes, 20,000 volunteers, 41 countries, and 250,000 visitors from around the world right here in Markham and York Region in the GTA. For business purposes, it means a potential 26,000 jobs generated over the course of the Games and a gross democratic impact of $260 million. But as big as the Pan Am Games are, they're just a part of the story of success Mayor Frank Scarpitti will speak about today. I know we can all hardly wait to hear what Frank has to say. But first, while you're enjoying the great lunch provided by the Markham Board of Trade through the generosity of their sponsors, we want to thank Bell, Weens Canada, and the City of Markham. So a big hand for our sponsors for today's luncheon. Now, today, it's a little bit different, the mayor's address to the people on the Board of Trade, than maybe you saw 12 months ago. And if you feel inclined to step up your game on social media, you can use the hashtag MBT Mayor's Lunch and tag the City of Markham with @City of Markham. And for the Markham Board of Trade, it's @Markham Board. And while you have your mobile phone out, be part of the Markham's Pan Am Fine Patching campaign. You take your selfie and post it through Twitter or Instagram at hashtag Markham Patchy. Your picture will become part of a permanent photo mosaic in the City of Markham and a legacy for generations to come for the Pan Am Games. We have an amazing crowd here today.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Wynne, Premier of Ontario. I'm proud to help you celebrate as Markham and so many other Ontario communities prepare to welcome the world. 6 years ago, we set our sights on hosting the best Pan Am and Para-Pan Am Games ever. Now the Games are only weeks away and excitement is building across Ontario because we are ready. We're ready to welcome visitors from 41 nations to the largest multi-sport event in Canadian history. We're ready to showcase all that our province has to offer. We're ready to show the world what we can achieve through hard work and determination. And Markham is ready to help make this a great Ontario success story. I can't wait for the visitors to discover what each of you already knows and demonstrate that Markham is a vibrant, diverse, and flourishing city filled with welcoming people passionate about the place where they live and work. I'm also pleased that our government is supporting a new York University Markham Centre campus in partnership with Seneca College. Thank you for everything that you do to help Markham thrive, and thank you for helping build even more enthusiasm for the upcoming Games. Thank you, merci, and viva Markham. Gracias.
Viva Markham indeed, and I want to say thank you to Premier Kathleen Wynne for her inspirational remarks. She has given us a lot to celebrate in the past few weeks. I want to thank her for her confidence in Markham, and I want to thank you as Markham's business community for your confidence in our city. Today, we have set a record. I know we say that every year at this event, but we have the largest attendance ever for our mayor's annual address at the Markham Board of Trade, with over 500 people attending today. So thank you to all of you. Now, I believe in a strong Markham Board of Trade, and I want to let you know that you have my support along with our council's support to be the voice of business in Markham. Viva Markham celebrates our quality of life. Viva Markham celebrates our diversity. Viva Markham celebrates our vibrant economy. And of course, all of the amazing things that make Markham an exciting place. So let's begin the celebrations. Viva Pan Am, Viva Markham.
The city of Markham is a wonderful place to do business for a few reasons. First, it's a great place for us to have what is now one of the largest bases of our employees in all of North America, a very diverse and capable workforce to employ. And on the other hand, it's one of the fastest growing cities in all of Ontario. So as a bank, it's a wonderful place to make sure we are there to serve our customers. TD is a growth-oriented bank, and Markham is a growth-oriented city. So it's a great partnership for us to decide that we want to put more branches in, put more commercial bankers, provide more wealth advisors for a diverse and growing city. It's also a wonderful business relationship. They are oriented to try and help their business partners grow inside the city of Markham.
In case you didn't know, that's Patchy, the mascot for the Pan Am Games. And those are Patchy's points, and great points indeed. And when I talk about Patchy, I have to acknowledge some wonderful young ladies in our community. They won the national competition to create the mascot for the Pan Am Para-Pan Games. And we have 3 of the girls here today. Patchy was born in Markham, and I say thank you to the creators for bringing recognition to the city of Markham. Stand up, girls. Thank you very much for the great creativity that you undertook. Wonderful. Now, I have to say that the city of Markham also values our long-standing partnership with TD. Now, I know you saw Tim Hockey on the screen, but hockey is always better live. So please welcome Tim Hockey, the president and CEO of the TD Bank. Thank you very much, Tim. Well, I want to say thank you very much. I don't know if you know, but these now are going to be part of the mayor's office here in the city of Markham, these beautiful green chairs. They are comfortable.
These are very expensive chairs. Lots of service charges went into building these chairs.
But yeah, we love them. They're very comfortable.
I want to thank you. You know, it is not every week that we have the president of a major bank come to the city of Markham. And I know there's a lot of your team that are here, and I know that they feel very much at home here at the city of Markham.
Well, I'm thrilled to be here. Andy Massa and the team here we just actually recently celebrated the fact that we've been your bank partner for 30 years in the city of Markham. It's incredibly important to us as a business relationship with the city itself, but I'd say more importantly, we have now over 6,000 employees that work in the city of Markham alone. It's our outside of maybe the GTA, one of our largest operating and employment centers in all of North America. It's hugely important to us.
Well, I know last year at this luncheon, and it was great to announce, with your building here and the building down at Steeles and all of the branches in the city, TD is now the second largest employer in the city of Markham. And I think that is amazing.
I have to ask, who's number one, just so I have some competitors.
Oh, you got to come to next year's luncheon to find out. So anyways, thank you very much, and it is always a pleasure to have someone who I can call Mr. Hockey come to the city of Markham. So thank you very much. And I have to tell you that Markham is proud to be one of North America's most vibrant financial services community.
Well, Markham is very much part of the value proposition that Toronto Region has as an international financial center. Its quality of life, the diversity and quality of its talent base, the infrastructure that's available for an international financial center, cost competitiveness. There's a whole range of factors that have helped make Markham very attractive to, for example, Bank of China. And it's also its proximity and ability to deal with all of the other financial companies, whether it's insurance, securities firms, that are located throughout the Toronto region. And it's all part of being an international financial center.
I'll tell you, when that 404 overpass is built, it's going to be a welcome addition to our transportation system, and it'll be a wonderful alternative to Highway 7. So Viva Markham, that starts construction later this year. Now, you know, an incredible community attracts talented people and prestigious business opportunities.
We now today have so many clients in Markham, we feel that the time is right for actually to gain a presence there where we can service our clients better directly in the Markham market. Markham is recognized in the automotive world as one of the top luxury markets in Canada, so it's very important for FAF Porsche to be there. Quite frankly, the Mayor and Council have been unbelievably responsive for us. In fact, when they heard about us considering coming to Markham, they reached out to us, and they have been fantastic, helpful, identifying areas of opportunity for us to locate. So I can't say enough for how great they have been.
And we do attract jobs here in the city. We attract innovation, and it's innovation that makes Multimatic Corporation a great success. And I want to say personally, congratulations to Multimatic for winning the contract to manufacture the 2017 Ford GT supercar that will be built right here in the city of Markham. And I can't wait to take it for a test drive. Now look at all of us here in the city of Markham, we reach out. We reach out across the globe to build relationships and to seek out business opportunities.
Mayor Scarpitti has headed numerous delegations around the world, including to China, to India, Germany, and Israel. A number of which we've been involved in together with the city and the mayor himself. As heads of these delegations, he's worked tirelessly to attract investment into Markham, but as well as to build relationships with international governmental authorities, and business people, which in turn has attracted investments to the city.
Now, I feel that one of our greatest strengths is actually people like Andy Chan, someone who can sit across the international table and tell the Markham story. Here at home, the diversity of our economy is our strength.
Obviously, Markham's diversity is important for the prosperity of the city. First of all, the diverse population has relationship in other countries. That's important for the global growth of businesses. But also, the new ideas that come in with the different diverse group help build a better future.
New innovation. That's what happens at Venture Lab as part of the Markham Convergence Center. And if you haven't been there yet, I invite you to go down. There's wonderful synergy with all the organizations that come under one roof. And I want to take a moment as well to say thank you to Joe Salib, the chair of the Markham Board of Trade, for your amazing leadership. Thank you. A job well done, Joe, and I appreciate everything you've done. Now, Markham is the place where you can achieve your ambition.
When we have people coming from different countries, their first motive is to make sure they make enough money for their family, to have a better lifestyle for their family. And we have the best education system, we have the best health system, jobs are available. People come with a desire to work harder, and harder than everybody else. Canada is a great country, and all immigrants are thankful for giving them the opportunity to work in this country. Canada is one of the best countries, and Markham is the best city to have those dreams come true.
Now, we could probably spend the rest of the day rolling more names of new Canadians who've made Markham their home, that have created some incredible economic prosperity here in the city of Markham. Steve has built a real estate empire of hotels in Ontario. I'm very proud of him, and I say I'm very proud of the fact that you chose the city of Markham to have the new head office, and congratulations on the new Marriott Hotel right at Woodbine and Steeles. Thank you, Steve, for the great leadership you've shown. So in the city of Markham, we have people that have reached out. We have people who've reached the top and brought success not only to themselves, but to the people around them. They're all part of a dynamic economy that is Markham. And there is more good news for our city. In the past couple of weeks, Minister Steve Del Duca came to the city of Markham with some incredible news. The province of Ontario will be making major improvements to GO lines across the GTA. And what it means for us here in our community, we will eventually have two-way, all-day, 15-minute service from downtown Toronto, Union Station, to Unionville. That will transform the way that we move here in Markham and indeed across the greater Toronto area. And of course, as we all know, this past week, there was more great news that will transform our future.
And today, I am pleased to announce that after careful consideration, York University's proposal for new campus in Markham, in collaboration with Seneca College, York Region, City of Markham, has been selected.
It was a great day. It was a great day, and we know that this university is a game changer. The university will be built right next door to the world-class Pan Am Center. The university campus will initially be home to 4,000 students. And the campus will create research synergies between their faculties and our high-tech companies like IBM, AMD, Huawei, and Qualcomm. Now, two people who couldn't be more thrilled with what happened this past week are with us here today, and I'd like you to welcome the president of York University, Mamdouh Shukri, and the chancellor, the Honorable Greg Cerbera. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Mamdouh, Greg, have a seat, because you guys have been doing some pretty heavy lifting, so you deserve to rest for a couple of minutes. Mamdouh, I have to tell you, when you first became president of York University, I know you had a long list of to-dos on the main campus, but in your wildest dreams, did you ever think that we would see the expansion of York University within York Region?
The answer is yes.
All right.
And I'll tell you why. Right, yeah. You remember the first time we met, I came to you with our Vice President of Research at the time, Stan Shapson, to visit with you, and that was part of our commitment in the university to community engagement. I wanted to meet all the leaders of the community, and because York Region has always been seen by York University as its catchment area, we saw ourselves as the University of the York Region all along. I thought I should meet with you. Following our meeting, and I was so impressed with the tremendous development and plans for the Markham Center, that the amazing thing is that Stan Shapson and I drove around, and we went to the very site which is going to be the York University campus at Markham. And we actually stood there, and we said, what a great area for a York University campus in the future. So it was a dream, but it's always good to live and see your dream be happening. So thank you for the way you met me that day. Thanks for introducing the great things that's happening in Markham to me, and you certainly put the idea in our mind. So thank you for that.
Well, I have to say, I was nervous that day because I've never kicked out a president of a university out of my office early, but I wanted you to go see the site. And I tell you that I thank you for believing in our vision, because when you did that, there wasn't much there on that site, and certainly that transformation has started to happen. Now, I'm very proud of the relationship that we've had with York University over many years, and certainly we talked about the connection, the synergy with our high-tech companies that are here. But, you know, the city of Markham, we've seen some of the business missions that we've been on. York has been a part of those business missions, and we live in the most diverse city in all of Canada. Can you tell us, what does it mean in terms of our international connection now? The side that we've gone abroad together, York is now at home here in the city of Markham.
Well, as I continue to say, the future universities in the 21st century have to be universities that are totally engaged in their local communities and to use this local community as a bridge to the world. And this is going to be an incredible opportunity for us as a university to work in the development, to be partners in the development of a great urban center that will and be able to affect social and economic development in this part of the province. And given the diversity of the population here, I see Markham as a bridge to the world, which again satisfies another strategic priority of York University, which is to be part of the global scene. Internationalization is central to our strategic priorities, and with Markham and through Markham, we'll be able to achieve that.
Look, I want to congratulate you for your leadership. I want to congratulate you in what was really, truly an incredible bid to the province of Ontario. And I want to say thank you to your team, Bud Purvis and everyone who worked with York, and also to David Agnew, the president of Seneca College. David, thank you for your tremendous support of this project. It's been very, very meaningful. So take a bow. Thank you for your support of this as well. And Greg Cerbera has done just about everything in the province of Ontario. But you know, in your new role now as Chancellor, you get to stand there on graduation day, look at those graduates in the eye, hand them their diploma. What does this announcement mean for the future of young people in Markham and across the Greater Toronto area?
Well, I'm going to tell you about that in a second, but I've done many things in Ontario, and you know I'm an almost incurable baseball fan, but I've never sat in a TD comfort zone. My God, this is so good. I don't think
get too
leaving.
comfortable.
I want to go. I want to be in one of these at the ballpark. They're great supporters of the ball team. It means an awful lot. There is nothing so inspiring as a chancellor of the university as looking into the eyes of a graduate receiving a diploma, because you see the accomplishments that have been made in part, but more importantly, this expectation of the future. I'm a graduate of York. Had York not admitted me and allowed me to study at Glendon College and then at Osgoode Hall, all the other things that I had an opportunity to do would never have happened. Well, those graduates, whether they be young kids from the heart of Markham or students that have come from a very far distance away to study at York in Markham, that moment is a transition point that for virtually all of them means the end of a great period and the beginning of a great new era.
We often use the cliche that the youth are our future. And when you take a look, and this was really part of the merit of this bid, when you take a look at what's happening across the province of Ontario, there's actually a decline of that age group between 18 to 21, except in the Greater Toronto area. And actually in York Region, the growth of that demographic is higher than the rest of the GTA. Sure. My memory serves me correct, you were Minister of Colleges and Universities at one time. Tell us about what a university means for economic prosperity of a region.
Well, take any great city in the world. What characterizes and unites all great cities in the world? I would suggest to you that it's their systems of higher education. City of Boston has, Mamdouh, dozens of post-secondary institutions. And if you look at the leading nations of the world are the ones that are doing the best job of educating their young people and their population, because increasingly, a person of 30 or 40 or 50 may come back to do more postgraduate work. But it's the single common denominator for not just economic prosperity, but for the creation of a truly civil society, which means success in business, but success in the arts, success in culture, and success in creating viable societies, whether large or small.
Well, you are part of what I call the dream team. So the entire dream team, York University, to everyone at the City of Markham who's worked with this, also York Region, we've done it. We've got a university coming to Markham and to York Region. So thank you to the dream team that made it all happen. And I want to say that while you gentlemen have been working to pursue greater opportunities for students, there's been another team that's been pursuing greater opportunities for athletes. Markham is proud to be a host city for the Pan Am Parapan Games. And in our facility, we'll be hosting water polo, table tennis, Parapan table tennis, and badminton. And for the first time in the history of the Games, we're going to make history here in Markham. Gold medals in golf will be won right here at our own prestigious Angus Glen. So, the facilities are ready, and so are the athletes.
Hi, Markham.
Thanks, man.
I'm here training at USC, getting great results. I'm looking forward to coming home and competing at the Pan Am Games this summer. Fight on.
That is Andre DeGrasse. Andre is a graduate of Milliken Mills High School who's been breaking Canadian records in track and field. And we look forward to his homecoming and competing in the Pan Am Games right in his own backyard. And now I'd like to introduce Kurt Harnett. He is Canada's chef de mission. And he's here. He's a man who's won Olympic medals in cycling, please welcome one of Canada's most successful Olympians, Kurt Harnett. Kurt, welcome.
Thanks, Frank. Or Mayor. How's everybody doing today? Time to get your sport on. All this business talking, all of that stuff about how great Markham is. Time to change the channel a little bit and talk about how this opportunity that's upon you today is a game changer, not only for the town of Markham, but for the athletes that call Markham home. And not only the athletes that are currently representing Canada around the world, but those that will do so one day. You know, an athlete invests countless hours, countless resources in dreaming, in pursuing the dream of standing on a podium as a recognition of their time and energy and that commitment that they've made to their vocation, to their sport. And it is very rare that those athletes have that opportunity to pursue that dream in their home country. And for me, the greatest honor that an athlete can do is provide and bring everything that they can out onto the field of play, to produce everything, to deliver everything that they've got, to make sure that they prepared and turned over every stone to make sure that they've done everything they can to achieve their goals and their dreams. Those goals and dreams were realized here by the town of Markham and the City Council in committing to host the sport events that Mayor Scarpitti just introduced you to. Table tennis, both Pan Am and Para-Pan Am, badminton, water polo, and golf. Maybe we've seen a golf event live and in person at Angus Glen. Maybe you've played ping pong in your basement one dark and hazy night. Maybe you've taken a net, strung a net across your backyard and lobbed a shuttlecock across the net and played badminton. Maybe you've swam around and thrown a ball in a pool, played with a beach ball. What we're going to experience here, what you're going to experience here in Markham this summer is the cream of the crop, the best of the best. And it's my vision that these athletes that are investing this time and energy into achieving and pursuing and achieving their dreams here at home, that they get the benefit of a home crowd, of Canadians showing their pride in their athletes. I say this with some frequency. Many of the athletes that will be competing, the 725 athletes representing Canada at these upcoming Pan American Games here in this greater Golden Horseshoe region, many of those athletes have Olympic dreams. And for a number of those athletes, the road to Rio 2016 passes right through here in Markham. And that is meaningful. And it is my dream, it is my ambition that those athletes experience what it means to have a home games and have a home crowd on their side. For the men's water polo team, it's win and you're in. They win these Pan Am Games, they're going to Rio 2016. And sometimes you need that little bit, that little extra, that little incentive, that little push. And it is my dream that the Pan Am pool here in Markham is filled with Canadians cheering on the home team. You know, we have a mantra with the Canadian team. It's called En Garde. And what it means is that for an athlete to go into the field of play, to get to the start-finish line, to hear the whistle of their event starting, that they've done everything that they could and everything they needed to do to be ready for that moment. And the way that we engage the athlete community is by, when I say I want you to say guard. Now, that's okay. That's all right. I expect us to come together a little bit more. This is your house, right? Let's pretend this is your field of play. This is your home. Canada is your home. Markham is your home. You own this place. And these are going to be your games. This is your opportunity to shine as you pursue your dreams. So when I say, I want to hear, that's what I want to talk about. Thank you very much for that. That's awesome. It's a great honor to have this opportunity to talk in front of you, speak in front of you. This is really, I think, a unique experience for many athletes, a once-in-a-lifetime experience, this opportunity to compete at home. And what I really look forward to is all of you, whether it is here in Markham or in a community throughout this Greater Golden Horseshoe, a sport opportunity within the Greater Golden Horseshoe, to be in the stands, to fan the flame of these athletes as they go along their journey, as they pursue their dreams, to make that fire burn a little bit brighter in them. The journey, or the road to Rio, is a long and lengthy one. It's got sometimes some potholes in it, sometimes some challenges along the way. And it would be awesome if the town of Markham showed its pride in these athletes and got out there and supported them and fanned those flames. Viva Pan Am, Viva Markham!
Ladies and gentlemen, Viva Markham! 500 plus, thank you for coming out. I'm Jim Lang from 105.9 The Region. It was a thrill to be your MC today. Frank Scarpitti, thank you very much. Markham City Council, dignitaries, all that good stuff. Your photos, you can find them on the Markham Flickr site and the website as of tomorrow. Give them a big round of applause for all the sponsors, all the dignitaries, and everybody making this a great day possible. Thank you. We'll see you next year.